live trading GBP, JPY during the Asian session, as we always do. Going to start on the 4-hour time frame. Now, recently, we have had this pretty strong downtrend. The market seems to be pushing down. Looking at the past few candles of the 4-hour time frame, we broke structure off of this high we created here to the downside, took out all of these lows and closed below the second low, wicked into the third low. Didn't quite break structure on that one, but got close enough to it. We've taken out all of the liquidity in the market there. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, it's the same. We've just got another low here that we took out. So the market broke structure after creating this high, sold off very strongly around 2 p.m. today. Took out all the lows, swept all liquidity, and now in the past 5 hours, 6 hours, it's retraced slightly. We've got a pretty strong imbalance in the market from the sell-off, with equilibrium being just below, or just above, sorry, this low we created here. Moving on to the 30-minute, it's literally the exact same. That's really all we're looking at for today's session. So on the 30-minute, looking for liquidity. We've got resting liquidity in the market at this low here. We also have the opportunity for shorts if we go above here. However, it doesn't seem like a very good idea based on the fact that there is a huge imbalance and we're currently on the buy side of it being below equilibrium. So I'm looking for buys, and the criteria for buys will just be the same as always. If we sweep liquidity, break structure to the upside, and then target this high or any other highs that we see in the market, potentially even equilibrium for a pretty high risk to reward trade. The market's already opened. We're about 15 minutes in, so we can look at the 15 minutes, see how market opens reacted. Seems like we pushed down slightly into this area of consolidation here, rejected, and also then rejected off of the top level here. Going to look for an order block in the market, see if we've got one, and we do. So we have this 5-minute order block here that we've rejected twice so far. If we can get a breaking structure to the downside to look to take out this low here where the liquidity is, that'll be pretty good. We also have quite a lot of liquidity below this, so we've got this level here, this level here, here, down here. We also have a fair value gap within this. Having said that, it's only a 5-minute. Well, actually, no, it's a 15-minute. Can we get 30-minute fair value gap? We do. Okay. So we do have this 30-minute fair value gap. So the opposite of what I was expecting has just happened. We didn't sweep liquidity to the downside. We ended up sweeping liquidity to the upside. On the 5-minute chart, you can see we broke through the order block, swept the liquidity, and we pushed back down. But looking at the 15-minute chart, we had a huge rejection, indicating selling pressure. Didn't manage to close on the 15 or the 30-minute as a breaking structure above this high. So it could be just a liquidity sweep followed by a move downwards, which we can take advantage of. It wouldn't be my ideal setup. My ideal setup would have been longs, but in this scenario, after that rejection and the failure for the 30-minute to close as a break structure, I wouldn't be too annoyed taking shorts right now. So we should broke structure to the downside, and I'm in with a short position. We got in just about there at the break on that candle. Stops are pretty tight at the top of this recent high. So my risk on this trade is actually about half as much as I usually would go in, just because it was against my initial bias. My initial bias was long. I don't think it's a wrong idea that we're going short. I still have faith in the idea that it could come down and test these two lows here. I don't think it's completely wrong or anything, but it was just against my initial bias, and so I've reduced my risk. So we've got take profit 1 down here at this low, and take profit 2 down at this low here, and equilibrium is around about here, slightly below TP2, I think. We're at break even right now. We've got a 5-minute order block just within here. We can get rid of this old order block. We don't need that anymore. Looking at the 15-minute, we have this 15-minute order block, which is going to be a little higher confluence if we want to pull into it. Just here, we can get rid of the 5-minute order block label there. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we pull right back up into the order block. If we do and we get a 5-minute breaker structure back to the downside, I may potentially take another position. We're running in decent profit at the moment. I'm going to go to bed because it's almost 1 a.m. and I'm going to review the trade tomorrow morning, go over what happened using bar replay. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. The next morning, and we're going to go through the trade, show you what happened. We finished off right here in profit. Moving down, we technically hit take profit 1, but there was a bit of an issue between the buy and the sell price. So because of the spread, we never actually got filled at take profit 1, which was unfortunate. Now, because of that, one thing I'm going to do from now on moving into the future is whenever I take short positions, is put take profit 1 or take profit 2 at the candle body rather than the wick low. So by doing that, there should be enough room with the buy and the sell price to get filled off of the buy price and not just the sell price, to prevent something like this happening where a sell price technically broke through past take profit 1, but the buy price never caught up. Following that, we had a retracement back into this order block and a rejection, and we got stopped out. So both positions were closed here, unfortunately, instead of just one. Following this, I'm going to carry on just to show you what happened. We did end up hitting take profit 2, although again, the same issue would have happened where we wouldn't have been filled with the buy price just because the spread was too large at that point. In total off this trade, we lost $2,392.